Oh no, that is what they all say when they see me pouring some oil. Oh, think it's empty again. Better fill it up before I go.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Neha. In today's video, you're gonna see me doing my sister's makeup. So by the thumbnail, you must have got an idea that I will be doing my sister's makeup. Her name is Pragya. So I have tried a soft and glamorous eye makeup for her, and she's not at all into makeup. You will get to see in the video further. So if you want to know how I achieved this look, please keep on watching. And if you're new here, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. You can also follow me on Instagram. My Instagram ID is shantanu.neha4. You can also find it in the description box below. So without much further ado, let's quickly start with the tutorial and get her ready. So first thing is to moisturize the face, and for that I'm going to use the Pond's moisturizer, and I let her moisturize her face because it's better to do it with her own hands with the proper amount of pressure and massage. And then I have applied the grapeseed buckthorn serum. She is a dry skin type, so I had to moisturize it properly. Next, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Primer Serum. This will help me to get the proper canvas to apply the makeup. It's not a pore filling primer, so keep that in mind. It's just an hydrating primer. Now I'll just let her massage the product properly into the skin and then move ahead with the primer. And for primer, I'm going to use the Nykaa Prep Me Up primer for filling up her pores. So I'll apply it in the T-zone area, around her nose, and a little bit on her cheeks and forehead. I'm also going to use the Smashbox pore minimizing primer on her T-zone area because she has a lot of pores over there. Now for foundation, I did not had a proper shade for her skin tone because she is quite light than my skin tone, but I managed to find one. That was the Revolution Pro foundation in the shade F9. This foundation has a neutral undertone and it did not match her neck. It was one shade darker than her neck. It might not seem on the camera, but in person it was a bit darker. So yeah, we'll try to manage this with this one. And she is of a yellow undertone, so I'm going to apply it in the areas where I have to cover up the uneven skin tone and if there is any pigmentation, which she does not have. So I'm just going to apply it on her face and blend it with a foundation brush in using small strokes. I try to keep it as minimum as possible. So I'm just going to apply it in the areas where I need to even out the skin, or if she has any spots. Although she don't have a lot of spots, she just have a little bit of discoloration around her mouth and her forehead. So these are the areas I'm going to focus. You can see her laughing. She is not into makeup, not at all. She has no idea what I was doing. And her eyebrows, she has never done it. I mean, and she's quite confident in it, so I really like that. But yeah, this is what she is, and we have to work with that. Next, for brightening up her face, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Sand. So she did not need a lot of concealer because she don't have a lot of dark circles around her eyes, so I just applied one concealer under her eyes and blended it with the makeup sponge. Just going to run the sponge all over her face just to make sure everything is blended in properly, and the residue I'm going to apply it on her eyelids. Next, for contouring, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild contour stick and going to use the same brush to blend the product in. And for her nose, I'm going to take the Forever 52 concealer brush and going to contour her nose to slim down a little bit. So she has a broad nose, so I'm just going to slim it down a little bit. Once I'm done with the face, I'm going to also contour her jawline. Just gonna run the sponge over her face to make sure everything is blended in properly and there is no harsh line. Now I'm going to spray some makeup fixing spray, and this is the Elegirl Pro makeup fixing spray, and I have also applied a little bit of blush, and that is the L'Oreal Paris blush. I have also I missed the clip, but I have set her face with a loose powder from K Beauty, and I am moving ahead with her brows. For that I have used the Wet n Wild brow pencil. Next I am going to move ahead with the eye look. So for that, first I'm going to prime her eyelids, and I'm using the Milani primer, eye primer, to prime her eyelids, and I'm using the Morphe eyeshadow palette to create the eyeshadow. So I have taken this shade and going to apply it in her crease area. So this is the transition shade, and I am going to blend it in her crease area and the outer V. I mean, her half of the eyelid was covered by her brows. I was just telling her. Next I am taking the rusty orange shade from the palette and going to create a V in her outer V. And blending it towards her eye socket. Next I'm gonna take the shimmer shade from the palette and going to fill up the inner socket of the eye. Further, I'm taking a shimmer shade from the same palette and applying it on the center of the eyelids. I'm also going to highlight her inner corners and apply a little bit of shadow on her lower lash line. Also going to highlight her brow bone. Next, for eyeliner, I'm going to take the K Beauty eyeliner in the shade black. So I'm creating a small wing. Just going to dust off whatever fallout was there, and I'm going to curl her lashes. And she was so scared while I was curling it, so I asked her to do it herself, but then she was not able to do it. She was not even able to press the eyelashes into the lash color, so I again took it myself and did it. Just trying to let her know how to do it, but she was not able to. Now I'm going to apply a thin coat of mascara on her eyelids, and once it's dried, I'm going to apply the second layer. Just separating the lashes. Now for highlighter, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution highlighter. It's quite a beaming highlighter, so go very light-handed with this one. Just going to connect her brows with her cheekbones. A little bit on the nose. Now I'm going to set her brows with the clear brow gel from Wet n Wild. This will keep the brows in place. Now for lips, I'm going to use the Faces Canada All-Time Pro Lip Primer Plus lipstick, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name properly. I'll mention it in the description box, and I think it's in the shade Tease. Yeah. So first I'm going to take a lip liner brush and I'm going to line her lips, and then I'm going to fill her lips with the same lipstick. Now I'm just going to contour her lips using the Wet n Wild lip liner in the shade Chestnut. Just completing the look with a little bit more blush from SFR in the shade Watermelon. And this is the final look. Let me know if you enjoyed watching the video. And she is looking, I think she has never wore makeup, so much of makeup. This was, I think, the first or the second time that I have tried a makeup look on her, and I think she looks very pretty in this. You can try this look for any or a wedding guest makeup or any party if you're not into makeup, it's very simple and yet very elegant and presentable. So if you enjoyed watching the video, please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. See you in my next video. Till then, bye.